We tend to change our minds halfway through something we had started doing for ourselves. But we don't get as disappointed at ourselves as we would if somebody else did the same exact thing to us. And this is what I mean. I'll give you an example. I agreed to do something for you. I start doing it. Then halfway through, I tell you, I'm sorry, I can't finish this because something else came up that I have to attend to. You'd get disappointed, and rightfully so. But the way that you're going to feel disappointed at me is going to depend on the way that you've organized your expectations in life. In one category of people, if they've organized the expectations well, such that they expect more from themselves than other people, they get disappointed more at themselves than at other people, then this disappointment, me letting you down at this particular moment, is going to be a challenge that you can overcome. It's going to be a small obstacle, that you can solve. But for somebody who has not organized the expectations in life, me saying that I'm not able to finish this is going to really upset them. They're going to feel severely let down, extremely disappointed, and for a longer duration of time. And this is because for these people, they expect more from others than they do from themselves. They expect others to show up for them. They don't expect to show up for themselves. This is the way they've organized their life. And so they put themselves at risk constantly of being disappointed because they're relying on somebody that they cannot completely rely on instead of relying on themselves. And so the other part that also comes in is that because this person has been disappointing themselves and doesn't feel any emotions about that, now that they're being disappointed by somebody else, the disproportionate experience of that disappointment comes from all the times that they have let down themselves, that they didn't feel the emotions, or that they pushed the emotions away or did something with the emotions, that now this is an outlet. And so the pour of emotions is not specific to that situation, does not represent that situation. It represents all the other times that they're unable to show up for themselves. And that's why the experience, the feeling of disappointment in this particular situation is so big and so difficult to manage. And so instead of looking at it as a challenge, they look at it as an adversity, as this huge, negative life experience that they're not going to overcome, that has overwhelmed them, that is making it impossible for them to manage. And so for this particular group of people, they're likely to end a relationship because of that. And that is mainly because the way they've organized expectations is that other people need to do something for me. When they promise they're going to do something, they have to keep the promise. But they don't hold themselves to the same standard. And that is what is hurting them. And so if you find yourself getting extremely disappointed, very distressed when somebody lets you down, you want to look at the way you've organized your expectations. Who do you expect more from? Yourself or other people? When you expect more from yourself, then when other people disappoint you, it's just a challenge that you can overcome. But when you expect more from people and less from yourself, then disappointment is a big deal, is an adversity, is a loss that is difficult to even fathom in that particular moment.